Hi, my name is Art, and in this video I'll explain you how to use Lambda in Python. So first thing first, what is Lambda? Lambda is an anonymous function, means function with no name. Sometimes people say, I don't use Lambda because the syntax is too complicated. No, it's not. In this video I'm going to explain you how it's easy to use Lambda. And like I said, Lambda is an anonymous function, but let's begin with a plain vanilla Python function. So first thing first, what is a function? So function is a block of reusable name. So the keyword here is reusable. So if you want to use something over and over again, you compose a function. Now let's create a simple function. I'm going to begin with the keyword def, stands for defined. I'm going to come up with some kind of name. Let's say add. And here I'm gonna pass two arguments into my function using arguments a and b. Pretty simple so far, right? And function takes arguments and returns the result. So here we need to use a return operator, and what we want to do, we want to do a plus b, right? So that's my function. Pretty simple so far. So we could call this function, or we could say invoke this function with two arguments, let's say 5 and 6, and we get an 11. Pretty simple. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to rewrite this function using Lambda expression. All right, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to use Lambda keyword, and you see it's a keyword because it's green, and you always start with a lambda because we're about to write some lambda, and then you need to define variable name, or maybe variable names if you need many, it depends. Now to be consistent, and again I could use orange and banana, but to be consistent I'm just gonna copy A and B that I used here and place them here so you could see how easy it is. And then colon, pretty much like here, you see, same stuff. Now the only difference, we're not going to be using return operator. Why? Because return is built into Lambda. Lambda always returns. And all you have to do, you have to pass an expression. In this case, our expression is a plus b, so I'm just going to copy a plus b, place them here, and that is it. That's my lambda. The main thing that you have to remember is that you cannot use lambda by itself. So lambda should be used as within some helper functions such as function map or sorted, or what we're going to do right now, we're going to assign it to a variable name, randomly pick variable name f. So now you see I could call this variable name with two arguments, 5 and 6. So a is 5, b is 6, and then expression. So one more time, you always begin with a keyword lambda, then you define variable name or variable names, and then an expression. That is it. And you might ask me, what's the difference? So the difference is when you use def, Python will store this as an object. It will be sitting in your Python memory. So if you want to use this function over and over again, so you better wrap it as a function. However, if you want to do something on the fly, especially when you do some data cleaning or data manipulation, you could use lambda because lambda runs as an expression. All right, and that is it. That's the whole lambda. So watch my other videos to learn more.